Yo yo, welcome everyone to a brand new video, and today it's time for Monaco, as you can see, and we're doing E-Series today. That means another team event. Today we're racing with our teammate Fabrizio Donoso, and currently we are watching our Q1 lap. The first lap we are doing in this qualifying session. Of course, as we made a massive mistake there, it's a very hard track to get a lap together. Walls everywhere, very tricky. But P4 in Q1 with only one lap, so that was very nice. Now we're looking at our Q2 lap. And the first lap we did was on a used set of tires. We did a 7.289, and now across the line a pretty smooth sector 3, and that's us up to P4, but we dropped to P8, as you can see. And now this is the final lap we are doing in this qualifying session, and I'll make a massive mistake there, lost around a tenth just in that corner. Nonetheless, we are P8 now, improving by 800s, so easy through again up to P5. So far we've been pretty confident. Now this is our first Q3 lap heading into turn 1, and we simply went straight on and got damaged there.
No damage?
No, it was damage. So very unlucky, but now we are gonna go on board with our final Q3 lap, heading into turn 1, 4th gear, and very close to the wall on the exit, using our ERS. You can use as much ERS as you want around this track basically. And now down to 4th gear in this left tender, flick it into this right one, now going downhill around the bump and back to 3rd gear, an 8.3 first sector. Now this hairpin is very hard to nail, but we basically do it perfectly there, and down to 2nd gear, and now we are about to head into the tunnel, and we are 9 tenths up. I didn't know what my previous lap time was, so I had no clue if I was on a good lap or not, but it felt good. Now this chicane was a bit cautious because I knew I was on a pretty decent lap, and now it's a 0.209 split, which is pretty good. Through the swimming pool section, tapping the wall on the exit there. Again, this corner going too wide and losing probably over half a 10 there. And now through the final chicane, and now across the line. It's a 1 minute 6.494.
Right. Yeah, just watch out for cars behind you, Jesus. Nice one.
Oh, someone kicked.
Nice one. Someone's good.
Is everyone done? I don't think so.
Don't think so yet, but
Oh, that's PB.
like Mirko and Ben are already done. I think Philip and Julian.
Then invalidated.
Still going.
And what about Julian?
I think he's still going.
Ricardo's on a lap. Ah, someone kicked here.
There's no way. What was Julian doing?
I think we did it.
Also, you're that good, okay.
No, Julian is done.
Let's go. There's no way.
I think I kind of peaked it.
I
think
Your first was a 8.3.
What?
The first looked crazy.
Let's
Oh,
go.
that's PB middle and PB first. No, not PB first. That's PB middle. Alright, so we got a car in P1 and P20. So we managed to take pole position on the track where it's most important to start as far in front as you can. So a perfect start of this race, and yeah, let's head into it. Here we are then, and as you can see,
Oh
it's
my
raining.
god.
So this is going to be very interesting. It's wet at the start, then inters, and then dry. But around Monaco, it's very important to get the strategy right, because you don't want to lose any track position. There are 5 red lights, and away we go. And this was the most important part of the race for me, getting a good start, and now trying to keep it clean for the first lap. Don't get any damage, get yourself into a rhythm. And as you can see, also Mirko Suriano in P2, he gained 1 position as he started in P3. But I've never driven this track on this game in the wet yet. I think barely on any game, so it's very hard to find braking points. Oh my god, so slow. As you can hear me say that, it's so slow through that hairpin, so we need to find a rhythm. And of course you don't have to push as hard as you can, but now in lap 2 gap is 1.1 seconds, so we are slowly extending already, and I just wanted to push and gain as much as we can. As there's a VSC.
Yep.
Of course, man. What is this?
There's a VSC in lap 2, and now in lap 4
as much as you can.
you can see the gap is almost 3 seconds, so we are extending in this race, and I just wanted to create a big gap to the cars behind, to basically make it as easy as possible for me with the strategies. Now Jack West virtual retired, but that means a virtual safety car, and it is starting to rain less hard. So some guys have gone into inters. You can see Andrew Tarabukin in P5 is
1 and 3.
He is only 10 seconds behind as he started on inters, so we're definitely gonna come out behind him.
Alright, box Duncan.
Yep.
Make sure to select inters.
Yep.
It's been a lot of fuckery behind, so you'll probably be out in free air. Keep in mind we do have to catch Andre.
Yeah, saw that. So Andre will surely come out ahead of us, but he will be on 7 lap all the tires. And you can also see in the top left in P6 that's Max Gross Pointer, I think. Pointner, I'm not sure. But yeah, we have to come out ahead of him, and you can see just about we managed to get out of the pits ahead of him.
Go get him.
And at the first couple of laps you can see I'm actually struggling, and now Max is getting very close. We just about defended him off there. We were just about in time, and I wasn't really gaining any time to Andrew Tarabukin, who's still 7 seconds ahead. But now in lap 14 you can see the gap is 3.5, but Max is still within,
I'm so much quicker than them, but I can do shit.
he is still within half a second, but now we started drifting through the hairpin. You can see the gap to Max, it increased to 9/10. So I realized that, and at that point I started continuing doing that, and now in lap 18 we are right behind Andrew Tarabukin, and now we want to get past as soon as we can, because the longer we stay behind him, the more opportunities we give to Max behind us to make a move on us. So into this hairpin, it is an overtaking opportunity if you're close enough. So we're just gonna try and send it a little bit down the inside, and obviously making contact, unavoidable, as he basically puts us in the wall there, which was not ideal. Luckily Max didn't send it down the inside there, which makes it easier for us. But now blasting the ERS again and trying to make a move into this chicane after the tunnel, and maybe forcing him into a mistake. He brakes late, but he still makes the corner pretty well. So we can't do anything yet. And now you can see how hard it is to make an overtake all around this track, as we basically got pushed by Max there, so we're getting squeezed into Andre. But now I was surprised, Andre boxing, even though it's not dry at all. So I'm not sure what he did and why he boxed, because he was on in a really good position for this race.
Weather report.
As the weather report says, 5 minutes of this light rain, and now at lap 25 you can see the gap to Max has increased to 3.6 seconds. So we've gained quite a bit of time as the DRS gets enabled right
It's full pace on the in-lap.
when we drive past the pit lane. And
Full pace.
there isn't really a worse timing for DRS being enabled than what happened right there. So we're just looking at the gap to Max in the top left now as he's on mediums, and I was really hoping that it was not that dry yet. You can see
right.
the gap is staying around the same. We're actually extending, so that was, I was really happy to see that, and hopefully it wouldn't be instantly dry for them in the last sector where they can gain around 2 seconds to me, as the gap is coming closer and decreasing now. We are going into the pits and get a fresh set of mediums, and I know if I can come out ahead of them at this point, it will be no further pit stops anymore, and as long as there are no safety cars, it should be an easy race to the end of the race. And you can see the gap is big enough, and we are still ahead of them. The gap is still 2.5 seconds, but now it's 1.8 as you can see, simply because their tires are warmed up and mine were absolutely not. As we tried to do that corner in 5th gear and we almost lost our front wing. I don't think we took any damage there, fortunately, so that was nice. Now lap 31, the gap is 2.3 seconds, so we are slowly extending and just still pushing as much as we can, as Matthias retired and Fabrizio screamed safety car, which gave
for a heart attack, Fab.
gave us a heart attack there.
Right. God.
So again, virtual safety car, lap 32, and the gap was 2.8 and now it's 1.6. So we've lost loads of time, but you can see in the top left it's lap 39. We've extended the gap again to almost 5 seconds. So the pace we were doing this race was very good. We started from pole, winning the race, and that's another great race from us in the E-Series race.
You're straight.
Ice streets.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Awesome.
So that was the race. We started P1, we finished P1, so we've done pretty well. You can see Max and Declan starting P16 and P18, and they still managed to get a podium simply because they started on the inters, and that was the call apparently. So yeah, it was a very fun race. Also Fabrizio, great comeback drive, starting P20 because of a quali ban and finished P11. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon.